it, man.
I am recording this.
Seems to me there's a lot of new paint schemes tonight. Looks good, guys. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I see it in the mirror. Looks nice.
Camera 3 looks to be a good camera. You can
You know what you can do too?
thing.
Go to far chase and bring up the camera hack. That's what I call it, the camera edit, and take the offset of the X and bring it back, and then bring Y. I'm sorry, Z. Bring Z, and it'll adjust it down or up. You get a really good view of things.
Yep. TV3, I can see all the way through turn 1 and 2.
All right, I'm gonna be in the back. I will be in the back.
I am on the 83, the new guy.
Need somebody up front. Okay.
Look, guys.
Your chase usually works up front, but it's up to you.
As soon as we go, guys, I'm just hanging out. So if you want to go on by, go ahead. Let me know when.
You guys are good talent here. Do your thing, man. Nice and clean and green.
Green, green, green.
Nice and easy here. I'll see if that preaching worked.
Working our way through turns 3 and 4 to 4.5 500 pace cars to make a hard left onto pit lane. A pretty tricky entry when you're coming in under green. It's so far from the racing surface. But as we come through turns 3 and 4, 180 laps, green flag flies. We're racing in Richmond.
Yeah, Butler off to a start already. He didn't even wait for the green flag to drop. He jumps and he's going to lead the guys down into turn 1. It looks like Stravato is going to get second place.
Yeah, clean and green would be great. I mean,
How about midfield? Look at the 35 of Joshua
yeah, I'm
Banks
just
popping
not
right
going
on
to
the line,
talk anymore.
trying to get in behind Angelo Ronis and to the inside of Eli Hinton.
Well, everybody complimented the setup, so.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it works going forward. On this track, I have my Y camera at -8225, so it's more to the right. I think it's a pretty good camera.
The new guy, Brandon Gagnon in the 83, he's moving his way up the 25 car. Oh, we got a car in the fence. Alex Bell up in the wall in turns 3 and 4. He looks like he collects himself, though.
You know what we got coming up in 2 weeks, Eric, right?
What's that?
Indy Road Course.
Oh, God. I forgot about that.
I know. You can pretty much use the Watkins Glen as a base. You just got to adjust the gearing.
That's good.
You know, it's got the Watkins Glen. It's got the you know, the S's. So camber does play a role, and then it's got that big right-hander after the, what is it? It's called the dog leg, right? Is that what it is? The big right-hander.
Yeah.
After the horseshoe. I guess what the fuck, I don't know. There's so many fucking names to that track.
Yeah.
But I thought that'd be a good base line to use. So might not even have to do anything. Just cooler temperatures and gearing change.
How big is it? I don't think I've ever seen it.
The track?
Yeah.
Well, to explain it the best I can, you gotta, it's backwards kind of. So instead of it being like a normal roll, you'll be going backwards down the front stretch, if that makes sense. You'll be heading toward turn 4.
Yeah.
And then there's a right-hander, and then a left and a right, and then it's a road course on the infield. And then the regular, once you get on a regular track, you drive through the first 2 turns on the track, but going backwards. Yeah,
It's actually really fun.
It's pretty neat, and it's a lot of racing room. So, yeah.
AJ Stravato, how about him? You mentioned last season didn't really end on a great note. This season didn't start on a great note, but he's
All right, I'm bored watching the back, going up.
Am I blinking at all, Jeff?
Yeah, it's really with that number change in last week, too. He just been
No,
on a
you're good.
really good run, sprint of races, and hopefully continue it here, running in second place.
Ronis and Josiah Vincent battling right
Doing
here
a good job, guys. Good job.
Josiah in the number 4, Jeremiah in the number 8. He's right behind as they make their way off.
You know what's funny? I was thinking throughout the week, you know who my sleeper was?
And so far, so good, Finney. We have to keep an eye on the pit stop cycle. You can go a long way.
Oh, Josh, for you.
3/4 of a mile, so you can really go pretty far.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, no, for real, I was like, he's my sleeper pick. Now, I'm not saying that, I'm not lying just because he's winning, but Elliott's always been with the older package. I feel like on this track, it'll bring out,
Banks just blinked for the second time.
it'll bring out, you know, drivers with a little more car control.
Yeah.
To an extent.
He somehow just seems to quietly be in top 5.
Yeah, you guys, you did good picking him up, man.
Napa car, you see him get loose out of turn number 2, and we'll be watching that all night. Drivers struggling with the drive off of turns 2 and turns 4.
Did you hear me on that?
What's that? Oh, Banks, yeah.
Yeah, he's blinked twice so far. Oh,
You got a
caution.
right front stretch.
So he's already flying up through the field, and that.
That's going to be on
Thanks
Reggie.
for the room there, Tim.
And just behind, there's
That's
Zach
on the
Halpern
2.
and Robert Gaba.
Go ahead and call it out real quick. It's on the 2. I got to get a pen and paper.
With a lot of the
Sorry,
driving that was
23
going on,
wide
I'm
earlier.
Sure, he's
That's
still got
what
some
I
injuries carrying over, so we'll keep an eye on that front bumper later tonight. Oh! Ortega
It's
spun
okay.
out. Caution out here early, and it looks like just some
I mean, it
minor
is
damage to the
14 laps in.
Lap 13 will be our first.
Call it out on the
Checking about
2.
Check up.
Call it out on the 2. I got to go get a pen. I don't have one in here. I'll be right back. Get an eye on the pit stops real quick.
Caution was on number 2.
They won a race
So
back
your
in
first
Brazil,
offense.
and then, as of last week, had begun to struggle. And here's a look. He just gets off the corner and just gets loose, and it just gets away from him here, Finian, and he tank slaps the wall with the left and left front and rear.
Yeah, I should ride on board with Robert Gaba. He got a very good view of that.
Sorry if I messed up anybody.
Here's a look from on board the 75 as they make their way through turns 3 and 4. See the 2 car already tank slapping. Whoa, he did a great job missing that.
6:22, 33, 48, all look good.
The driver of the number 18 car,
Yeah,
that
keep
is
an eye on the
Alec
pit stop.
Martinez.
Sorry, guys. Can't believe I didn't.
83 looks good. I missed everybody else in between.
23rd right now hasn't really gone anywhere, so we'll see what he does on this pit stop sequence.
29's good. 77's good.
Stops underway here.
35's good.
Going to get 4 tires.
Oh,
Oh,
AJ
and
Servato.
75's good.
Yeah.
13's good.
He's just going to give up, I think. Yeah. he didn't even
24 is
This
good.
car, he has some rear end damage. Oh, someone hit him coming into his pit stall.
4
We'll
is
take a look at
good.
that, see how that happened. But Stravato, I don't think he ended up getting service
8's
here.
good.
So
No, he didn't.
let's take a look. This is Mark Emerson.
31's good.
Tags him right in the rear bumper. Now, does Emerson
75.
have any nose damage on that car?
16's good.
And
14's
can't
good.
Get a great look. So let's head back live and let's see.
15's good.
He does, especially to the left front.
Yeah, it's not. He's got it mostly fixed. At least
19's good.
So he should
20
be
is
okay. He
good.
lost a lot of track
57 is good.
He started up towards the front,
31's
all the way up
good
in
by about an
second,
inch.
down to 25th. So
18's good.
2 and the 33.
2 is good. I think that's everybody.
19's good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Sorry, I didn't have a pen ready. Sorry.
Number 50, maybe just to lead a lap. He'll probably come down and get tires and fuel here. I think they're going to be.
All right, it's the first one in
commodity.
Reggie. He
Better
causes
do it
another one.
now,
He's got a
AJ,
far.
and later in the race.
Have to drive these cars right on that right rear.
Yeah,
I'm in
we saw
theme.
Ortega
I fuck
get
up my
loose
bit.
there, and it was only 15 laps into a run, and I can imagine a lot of the other guys were facing.
Oh, fucking AJ.
But we're able to manage
Did you just
it,
turn
and
down late,
Evans
AJ?
coming
I was
in
kind of
early.
confused on what happened there.
Butler is the leader.
Yeah, Pops came in the room and started talking.
What happened to
me.
Mark?
I didn't realize, like,
They both fucked up?
where my pit stall is. There's like a little.
Yeah, I think they both screwed it up.
Turns in the middle of the.
Was it Mark up front?
That's fucking
Oh,
awesome.
Mark has damage. What the hell?
Hello. Early.
Jeff Wright is our in-race reporter, but we'll talk to him a bit later. We'll hold off for now since it's so early. We'll
Does he?
let him get settled in a bit.
Yeah, he's got a lot of front end damage.
Yeah, he knows it into the wall.
We talked about him
Early in the race?
15th, he's
No, on pit road.
12th, and then
Yeah, he hit the 33.
He's
Had a little
inside
flicker
the
there,
top 10
35.
already. This is a good
That I didn't see. I just seen him nosing in the wall.
Jaws music.
Yeah, definitely a great showing for him, and we'll see
Yeah.
what he can do as a run.
Oh, he ran into AJ.
A really long green
Yeah.
flag run, but we've kind of sort of seen some guys down to
AJ's
Ain't
tired
gonna
of
be
him.
perfect, I can tell you that right now.
AJ's like, Mark
So
always
every
gets into
driver's
me.
still
At least
running
you
that
can
Well, the
see.
pits are tight though, so.
Yeah, I don't really
Mark-
know who to blame on
Mark
that.
wasn't. Mark was
that's true.
fine. I mean, that shit's gonna happen. I mean, hell, I could do that.
You were clean and green at the beginning of.
I've done it
when you
before.
joined
Everybody's
the
probably
session.
done it.
So Butler is going to reach
Yeah.
the lead.
Nobody's
Yeah.
perfect.
Looks like Adam Cabot in the number 77, a winner.
All right, boys. Let's again. Good start. Good start. Very nice. And give each other room here. We come to the green. Nice and easy here.
Outside row number 1 on the
Green flag. Green flag. Black car.
Eli Hinton up to 5th.
Elliott.
Turner gained a couple spots in that sequence as well.
This is black.
He'll be
Is that his normal scheme, or is my train paint fucked up?
They all made band schemes, and that's his scheme, I guess.
Switch up at the third lane. Jesus.
I don't dislike Rock, I just don't know
Lever
much about
3.
it. So out of turn number 4, pace car pulls off, green flag flies again, and Butler takes him on again.
Nice and easy, guys. Come on. Doing good.
Whoa! 3 wide for a moment. We almost tried 4 wide.
This is very motivation.
Or 25, a Tim Downey Jr. looking to the inside of Ronis.
I got Elliott as my sleeper, and then I had my boy Wright winning this because he said his best 2 tracks were Sonoma and Richmond. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna take it. You're gonna win. You know what I'm saying? So
He seems pretty fast so far.
yeah.
Butler leads, but only by an inch as Jeff Wright putting
Good
pressure
job back
on
there.
bumper of the 6th as they make their way out of turn number
Yeah,
4.
it's
Butler's led most
he's
of the race so far tonight. He's got the 48
he's
all
like me
over
and you,
his
Eric. I
bumpers,
mean,
making their way
he's
through turns 1 and 2, but don't count out that
the
13
package
and
comes
the
out. It
45
doesn't really
banks
bring
behind.
out the best in
You mentioned his
people.
starting position. He runs
Yeah.
so much
It's
better
more
when
track
he's
position.
starting
You
front.
know how that
And
works.
he's already running inside the top 5.
So,
Look at Wright putting pressure on
I
the
don't
back
know,
of the
man.
6 as they make their way out of turn 4.
See how it works out. I mean, I still think Banks is going to be tough too. I mean, he kept up with Connor. Remember that?
Yeah.
Last time we were here.
We haven't seen a victory lane or really have some good runs, but here he is now up in first, having a great run tonight.
Bailey Turner dropped the spot here on this restart.
I hope
He's
David
in
isn't
Butler's
upset that
another
I
spot.
made some changes to this
Banks had
setup.
already gotten by him, and now he's trying to get by the
Nah,
77.
not really. I didn't like it. It made it too tight for me.
Remember the controversy the last time we
Yeah,
were
that was the
Vincent
biggest
brothers,
thing.
Josiah and Jeremiah,
Um,
and the incident between them
I had to
and
tighten it up because it was snappy, and that was our issue when we ran this track first time ever. When Terry Silvers was here, and it was always a wreck fest. I'm sure Eric remembers that. It was just too snappy, so I just had to make some spring adjustments and brake bias, because some people don't realize you can change your brake bias. But
Is it too early to do a bump and run here?
I
Fran? Do
think
you
somebody
you can
just
get away with
wrecked.
it now and just pass it off as a mistake, or
Yeah,
do you want to
William
save
in the
that
back.
and keep it in your back pocket for later?
Oh, you definitely want to keep it in your back pocket for later.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind that you did it. I mean, it had to be done. It had to be done. It ain't no big
no,
deal.
I
just,
know you like Richmond. Trust me, it's a good set.
Banks just about lost it. Saved it though.
It's a good set. If it was NIS and that was as fast as you could make it, I would have ran it. But for like the league's sake, I just had to fix the snappiness. That's all.
No, actually, my NIS set's totally different.
No, I'm just saying, like, I can deal with
And he
snappy.
saves it. He's gonna have to
But,
keep it down on the apron and not wipe out here.
For the league's
He
sake,
gets
I
back
mean,
on the racetrack, but he's
just
gonna
had to
drop
make
about
little
5 to 6
adjustments.
positions here.
Very, very minor. I didn't fuck with the rebounds at all. I love the rebounds. Your caster was great. Everything was great. And I know you like this track. You beat me here, remember?
Yeah, multiple times actually.
No, once.
Well,
You-
twice
I
really,
let you
but
win,
you got
though.
wrecked.
I let you win.
Yeah, well, I love this
No,
track. This is
I
my
don't-
home track.
No, I wanted you to win that race.
It's going to get really aggressive back here, Finian. Look
Was
at,
that Zach?
Halpern and Tim Downey Jr.
If I got any in that, I just couldn't get anything.
That
But
was a
I'm
scary
in that
thing,
field,
that
so I
number
apologize.
47 car. A driver that shot out of a cannon when his first race at Las Vegas last
Now
season.
my NIS setup, it's sealed all the way across, all the way around, so that lift up the.
Oh, the tape. I made a big adjustment on that too, just to compensate on, you know, if people get damaged and shit like that, like Mark. You know, you get that front end damage. If you get that front end damage, then it's gonna hurt.
Bowers in the Toyota number 31.
Elliott got loose out 4 and Jeff passed.
Super familiar with, so probably a new entry to the series. Angelo Ronis and Banks going at it for 9th. Looks like Banks is going to
Yeah,
get
I
this
wonder where
away.
Eli is. He
But
said he
whoa,
liked the
all
set. Usually,
sideways
if he
out of
likes the
turn
set, he
4.
runs
Elliott Butler
good.
slips, and Jeff Wright
Running
goes around
third
the
right now.
outside and takes that lead away down into turn number
Oh,
1.
is he? He started.
Let's watch the replay of that. That was
He
awesome.
started around 10th or 11th.
He's about to get passed, it looks like, by Bailey.
Let's look at it. This is down into turn number 3, and the 48 was putting pressure on the outside, and the 6 car just had to throttle it and try to clear him, and just couldn't quite get there. Slipping, sliding, and the 48
Keep
takes
an eye
the
on
lead.
my other driver, Zach.
Yeah, great maneuver there by Jeff Wright. So new leader up in the front. Let's see if the 48 is able to pull away. Or will Butler be able to stay with him?
I hate speaking too soon, but very impressed so far.
For 11th spot on the racetrack. And then just behind, I see number 18 poking through in the bright blue car. Alec Martinez, our most recent winner, charging his way through the field after starting all the way back in 26. He's up 11 spots here.
Sorry, Robert.
Very, very nice save, Casey Licatos. Very good job. Good job, man. Did you see that? Holy shit, dude.
No, I was watching Alex.
Go rewind it.
You can now.
Start of lap 31. Check that shit out, dude. Holy shit.
I was watching Alex Bell, who got sideways on the front straight.
What lap?
Start of 31, I believe, on the 50. Watch him going into one behind Reggie.
Josiah Vincent and Joshua Banks for 8th place. Banks is trying to claw
It's like he was at Volusia.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
Drifted that corner.
Oh, go watch Alex Bell on lap 33, I think it was.
15.
It's either 32 or 33, I can't remember.
Oh, I just saw it.
4.
33 off of turn
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, again, I talked about the outside.
Oh, yeah.
Not really
Oh!
a place to pass, but you can hold the
Look
driver
at these
off.
boys. They know how to lift, though. That's what I like to see, man. Awareness. That's like the biggest thing, Eric, is driver awareness. If you get guys with driver awareness, you're going to have good races.
I'm watching AJ. He's slowly making his way up. He's restarted 24th, and he's now 18th, so he's...
Oh, Elliott, no.
William Troy is now 5 laps down after
Elliott got loose on his front stretch right there.
Yeah, AJ restarted where? 24th?
4th, 25th?
He likes the track.
And he said he liked the setup, so...
Yeah, he'll be in the top 10 before the end of the night. It's just a lot of work left to do. See how Zach's doing, my other driver. Up to 11th. He's got his teammate in front of him, Angelo. You know, it'd be nice to see all Dark Smoke Racing in the top 10.
You know, it would be even better. It would be like a 1, 2, 3, 4 finish.
That's tough. Maybe at Talladega. I mean, that's more likely to see it there. But yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, I'm sure Eric would like to see that too. With his team, of course, not mine.
Mark's already ruined that for his race. Jeremiah's having a decent run so far, though.
Yeah, where is he at? He's got a different car.
Yeah. Sick.
Oh, yeah. There he is. Yeah, Bailey's trying to get around Eli. I know Bailey won't deal with Eli too long.
Yeah.
I don't know, when them two are on the track and they're around each other, they I remember a Pocono race where Bailey blocked Eli and Eli dumped him. That's the 13 actually. How about the 24? Yeah, they're starting to bunch it up for third on back though.
Your boy Jeff is pulling away.
Yeah, but I mean, Banks is in traffic. So is Jeremiah. And I think Adam's a good driver too, so I keep an eye on Cabot and then them the other two. Banks gets a really good launch off of 4, he's just not timing it right. There he goes.
Fastest cars on the racetrack was before that last lap was Joshua Banks put in at 21.2, which is on par with the leaders, and he's slowly moving his way back up. He's up into 7th.
Yeah, Zach got around Angelo. Angelo's falling back.
Shocked that Joshua Banks doesn't have more race victories, but when you take into account
see where AJ's at now.
Trying to get 17th from the new guy. Well, a newer guy. I think he's made a couple of races.
Yeah, I wonder what the strength of field is. I bet it's like 3,200. 3,300, do you think?
Probably.
That's not doing, Eric. Like, all these I ratings, they're all between 3,000 and 4,000.
Yeah.
They should be. If you notice, these guys, they're third split drivers.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if my rating hurts it.
Uh-oh. Oh, good save. Sorry, go ahead, David.
I was just saying, I wonder if my rating hurts it.
And not going to be able to clear him yet, but he's getting closer and closer every lap.
Since the one Richmond race I ran didn't go too well, it dropped some more. I think I'm down to like 12 now.
Bailey just gave Eli the bumper.
Did he?
Yeah, he got
I
around
missed
him.
that.
That was pretty good, all four. Oh, Bailey, no. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Wrecked each other.
Yellow, yellow,
What the
yellow.
fuck happened, Eric?
Congrats, kid.
But I can tell he's getting
Bailey
frustrated.
had the perfect bump and run,
Lays a bumper to him
and
there.
then lost
Some
it going
damage
to the
left
one.
rear of the
Hold
13.
on.
And Turner, as I said, he's
Oh,
running.
did Eli get to him?
Go to Chase. Go to Chase. We gotta figure this out.
Spot away down into turn number 1.
Ooh, and Adam
Whoa!
behind him.
Oh, he gets turned. And then
I don't know.
Because it starts
He got sideways. Well, that don't matter. What matters is the one that looked like Bailey started to get loose, and then Eli got into him.
No, if you look from the rear chase on Bailey, it looked like he hit him first and then hit him again.
Bailey got
Didn't say
loose,
about that
but
one, but
Yeah. I mean,
did it
he
slow him
lost a
down
lot
that
of.
much?
I don't think much needs to be said
Yeah,
about
look at
that.
his speed. I mean,
Think everyone
Bailey's
knows what
doing
happened there.
yeah, that was,
115,
payback move, but it didn't really work
and
out
then he
too
drops
well.
it down to 107 even before contact.
oh, cockpit. Yeah, it's a-
Bailey dropped 8 miles an hour.
Yeah, I don't know.
And the 24 did slip up there.
Bailey
I don't know
drove
if
it in
he
there
was
hard.
expecting that, but either way, I can guarantee you, I don't think the 24.
Dropped it down to 106.
Hold on, listen to Eli. You can hear Eli gas it up though once he hits him.
Curious to see. I don't think Bailey Turner has that much
Yeah, let me
damage.
double
It's
check.
mostly.
Go ahead and look at pit stops. I'll keep looking.
That accident. Although his car actually doesn't look quite as bad as Turner's, so. Jeff J. Wright came out of the pits leading this thing. Finny, now we'll
13,
talk to
24 is good. 4 is good.
Hey, Jeff Wright, it's Kyle from Sim TV. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do, Kyle. How's it going?
It's going well up here. It's
It's
going well for
good.
you down there. It looks like as well. He took the lead away from Harry Butler, who was struggling on that previous run. What are the conditions out there right now? It seems pretty slick on corner
So
edge.
far, everybody's good.
Yeah, right now with the sun still setting, it is a little bit slick and makes it a
Casey, that
little
was a
bit
good
difficult to take care of your tires. And
That's
just
close,
with
man.
the aerodynamics of this
Go
tire.
to left front suspension on Eli.
I was able to get some clean air. The car felt a whole lot better. But I imagine as we get down to nighttime, this track's just going to continue to speed up and should be pretty exciting.
As we work our way towards the race, we just saw our first.
I don't think he initially hit him at all.
Jeff,
I
is
think
Well,
he just
that's
got
what I'm
loose.
saying. Like Bailey jumped it, he drove it in there a little bit, and it looked like he was already losing the rear, but he wouldn't have spun if they made
I
contact.
mean, yeah, that's short track racing. I mean, I was,
Like, you can see Bailey's car kinda
I got into him a little bit, gave him a little tap. It's gonna
almost
happen,
like it
but,
wants to
it's not
snap.
position just so
Bailey
important.
overdrove it, obviously, but
kinda
so did Eli. It's
that
just
way,
that
you just gotta go because if
I don't
you're
know if
not
Eli's was
outside,
intentional or not.
Before contact, you can see
Hey, Brandon, I'm
Bailey's
sorry about
rear
the
coming out.
predicament there with that wreck.
but
Slightly.
Yeah, it's just a thing of short track racing. You're gonna see.
Oh, you're good, man.
bucking and banging for
Yeah,
sure.
that's close.
In terms of saving,
I didn't know where to go.
Cough it up to the racing deal.
The pressure off that
Kind of
what
wheel.
I'm thinking.
Prefer the
No
outside
big deal.
lane to save your stuff, or do you like the inside for the speed?
Because they didn't have that big of a
Rick,
speed
Troy,
difference
there?
either.
The beginning of the run, you definitely want to be at the bottom of the track.
Yes.
It's going to be fastest as the tires wear and track rubbers in a little bit.
It's just
that top really
Eli
does come
takes
in.
a wider
The,
angle into the
past
corner,
six actually on the top. So there's grip up there, but
and so
I
he's
try
just
not to
carrying
go
more.
too quickly because
I don't
feel
know.
like that could actually wear out your tires a little too quick. You know, I might be thinking use that defensively. If somebody starts getting into my inside, I think that top could be a pretty good place to be just to try to hold off somebody.
I'd almost say racing deal because I mean he was getting loose
All right, thanks, Kyle.
and they were already close. I don't know.
Jeff Wright leading this race. He'll be
I
on the
think
inside.
the way I see it
green flag.
is Bailey
Look at Joshua Banks restarting
just
third.
overdrove the
Jeff Wright
corner,
been
and
fourth.
Eli is
Now
just
the fifth
faster,
Josiah
and they just got
Vincent in
together.
sixth, Chris Scarrett,
We'll leave it alone.
7th and 8th, Angelo Ronis, Brennan Gagnon, your top 10. Field rolling through turns 3 and 4 after our second.
I know you guys are green, but we're going to chalk that up as a racing deal. Good luck. Keep it clean.
Go green from here. Green flag's back in the air, and Wright takes off.
Watch Bailey now.
Yeah,
I am. I'm on him.
If he hits him.
Everyone else and trying to lead everyone else into the corner. There you see Joshua Banks. He's up in third, trying to get around the 6 car.
Zach Halpern almost lost it down.
You got something to say? We can talk after.
But you mentioned Banks. I mean, he's going to take second spot away from Butler, and he's going to set his sights on the lead of this race. Right in front of Butler in turn number 4. Looking at him, Cabot back there.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Now putting pressure on,
they put themselves in them situations, though.
Pressure on in that number 20 car. So, Helper moving his way forward, and behind him,
everything good, Eric?
Yeah, he's mad, but I don't think he's gonna wreck him.
Another one of the new drivers in this field. He's been here a couple weeks, but putting pressure on the 83 of Gagnon and the 31 of Brandon Bowers.
Ooh, Bowers in the wall was a little bit off before, and no harm, no foul for him.
That 83 is pretty beat up. He's got some nose damage as well, so he's been in the back of somebody. And I see a big dent on the rear of that 29 car, so I think Ronis has been run into at least a couple times tonight. And Downey Jr.
Ooh, Bailey, damn. He's lucky he didn't make contact. That would have been on him.
After their incident on pit lane, they have not made a whole lot of progress. They're stuck back in 15th and 16th now. Trading spots.
AJ got into Mark.
Still a lot of racing left.
Did he?
Yeah.
To think why you thought that was a good idea.
Keep yourself out of trouble.
That's on Mark. That's totally on Mark. He switched the lane, dude. Look at that.
Yeah, I see it now. I caught the tail end of it, that's all.
That way you adored me.
That's on Mark.
No, I got off the wall in the air. Probably my fault.
This night has just gone from bad to worse for the points leader.
Okay.
Hey, Mark did that to himself.
We gave him enough room.
Yep.
My bad.
Go ahead and call it.
On that corner a couple
I'll write
laps
it down.
ago.
Some contact here with the 33 Estravado. Here's a look from up above. Oh, it looks like the 22 cut over to get by the 18, and 33 wasn't really expecting.
After review, that's on the 22. First defense.
Yeah, pretty much just racing, and so they're just poor timing.
You know he's going to have a fit and he's going to come up here.
Well, let him. He's not race control, he's a driver.
The debut.
Alex Bell in the 15 got a piece of it as well. Here's his view.
Eric, you beat me to it again.
Yeah, the 22 cut over
You
right
got
in
the
front
next
of the
one.
33, and then Bell almost gets by, but it has some pretty significant right front damage. So, are we going to see another pit stop sequence here, Finney? It looks like we are as the field makes their way down, except a couple of drivers.
He can look at it all he wants, but
Wright, Banks, Vincent, Ortega, Eli Hinton.
he put himself in
Haley
that
Turner, and
situation.
others. But Butler on back. Pit road.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Ortega, Hinton, and Turner didn't decide to pit just to kind of take this opportunity to fix up the damage while you can.
Well, I think
especially Hinton and Turner, considering they're already back there.
I think this is just a track position gain here for
If you watch the replay, even on AJ's car, he backs way out and hits the brake, and there was nowhere he could do. But now he's got a ton of fucking front end damage.
Who's that?
AJ.
Of course.
competing for wins, and that changes tonight at Richmond. Out of turn 2, the field rolls off, and no retirement tonight. But you know who's right now is
Damn it.
Troy. He was 5 laps down, and he is only 3 laps down now. So he is
All right, we're through the rough patch. Let's fucking get this shit done.
And,
That's okay.
Pretty significant. He's been making a couple pit stops. This one over a minute long.
It's basically that principle from that Simpsons meme.
Yep.
I guess you weren't there, AJ.
Pretty heavy damage to the right rear.
Wait, what is he saying? I'm very curious to see because he just fucking cut in front of me like I wasn't there.
He hadn't said anything. I was just being a smartass.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't there. You fucking Yankees fan, you.
No, but you got some pretty good right side damage there, right front.
It's only 8.2 right now, so we'll see how it turns out. But I'm just not surprised it's Mark out of all fucking people.
out of that points lead if he were to win this race.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not happy, but as usual, but he hadn't said anything to any of us.
Well, I told you, and I told everybody on my team, I'm not giving him any more room because he never gives me room. So that's on.
Guys with the new tires, be careful of, jumping hard on them guys to the center. You might be a little.
Yeah, well, it wasn't your fault, so don't worry about it. Don't sweat it.
Here.
As long as you guys agree with me on that, then we're good.
Enjoy the rest of your race.
Typically bound to have
Yes, sir.
a short track like this, and also beat people being a little physical in the first half of this race. Still got over half of it to go.
Keep it clean, please.
Bill rolls onto the back straightaway now.
Green, green, green.
And Elliott Butler, I worry about him a little bit, Finney. He led the majority of the beginning of this race and has fallen back and doesn't seem like he's been able to grab any of those spots back. So we'll keep an eye. This is a very important telling run for the 6 car of Butler to see if he can grab any of those spots back. Pace car's going to roll off. We've seen the leader jump immediately as soon as that pace car's in. Right, holding on later. There he goes. He fires off, and we're racing again here in Virginia.
Hinton got a great start. No, how about Bailey Turner going down below the
I hope
14,
Zach can be patient. He will be faster. He's got to be patient here.
Not quite done yet.
Don't force it. Don't force it.
Not going to be able to get that job done, though.
I'll be right back.
That's Josiah Vincent and Reggie Ortega that's fighting for third.
Yeah, Ortega's going to add a start to that spot. Josiah Vincent can move himself into third. Here comes Bailey Turner on the inside of Ortega now.
Turner's definitely quick. That damage doesn't seem to be slowing him down. Ortega tight out of turn 2. Halpern to the inside as well.
Aggressive moves by the 24. I'm not sure the 20's entirely liking it so much. He has to be careful here.
Sometimes you got to jump down to a driver that's frustrated with his luck and coach him through passing. Zach's been fucked over a couple times. So.
Try again to get by him.
He's fast. He's just, gets fucked.
Adam Cabot throwing a block on the 57 of Chris Garrett down into turn number 1. And Elliott Butler and Eli Hinton sliding
17th
on this restart. And a big gaggle of cars behind him, including the 8 of Jeremiah Vincent. Tim Downey Jr.'s back here.
Josiah up third.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Hinton looks like he started to drop back with that car. I don't think the tires are helping, and same with the damage too. He's slowly starting to slip back because Garrett's getting underneath him, and now Elliott Butler trying to get on.
You guys on other tires, please give room. Save it.
Right has the 3/10 of a second lead. He has not been able to extend it over Banks, and Banks actually a touch quicker last time by.
People
and
can
it
drive
looks like
so
Ortega's
hard.
struggling now. Cabot to the inside. Chris Garrett putting pressure on him as well. So this
That's on the 19.
Strategy not working very well, but it was worth a try, I think, this early in the race.
He knew.
I think it might be due more for damage on the 2.
Oh, crash behind him. Alec Martinez involved, the 31 of Brandon Bowers, and it looks like that is the 19 of Chris Parkman also involved. And that 31 car is destroyed.
Yeah, William, how's my back end? I'm sure it kills it. How is it?
On the night. Let's take a look at how this one happened.
Yeah, it's pretty wounded.
Ooh, the 19
it's all in the left corner, so.
And he corrects it right
I don't know how much that's going to bother you or not.
31. That was just horrible for the 31. He was just had nowhere to go to miss that one.
I preached about patience, but that was just he got loose getting in.
Slowing down for it, but yeah, in the 19 ended up overcorrecting into the outside. And
you guys still adjust your brake bias if you need to.
Almost made his way through it and then just got tagged at the end.
18, 57, 19, 16 are all good.
Yep, gonna see who's on 4 tires here now.
And that's one of those points when you're spinning, you just gotta kind of lock it down.
50's good, 14's good, 15's good,
Eli,
75 is good.
Jordan Ashland just slides through, and look at
8's good.
In the,
83 is good.
16 Valvoline car.
Alright, that's the one I was on.
14 good. But he sped, it looks like.
He sees this crash already happening.
15, 27, 16, good.
And he misses it by that much. Great driving there by Cockrell. You know what we should talk to, Finney?
Alright, we're 8 laps away from halfway.
owe him one after he was
I'm
in the
sorry,
quarter a couple
20
weeks
laps
ago.
away.
I'm
Sorry,
curious what he has to say
20.
about
No,
that.
fuck, my math is all fucked up. 18 laps away.
Hey, Bailey Turner, it's Kyle from SimTV. Got a copy?
I'm gonna go smoke.
Hey, Bailey. Well,
Just preach to these guys a little bit. It's getting old now. I mean, that's the fourth caution now. You don't need any more. I'll be back.
Tried by my tongue a little bit, but I'll just say that's how that kid likes to drive. Racing people like that at the beginning of the race. So he decided he was gonna dump me after I moved him out of the way.
Actually, I think they can all make it from here, can't they?
Not too bad. I'm on old
Hey, Andrew, Mark wants to talk to you about that incident after the race.
Go about 10, 20 laps, but kind of just trying to hold my position right now.
How's the car handling with that damage? Is it's okay so far?
As far as I can
Andrew stepped away for a minute, but I got you.
Alright.
All right, Bailey. Well, good luck out there. Hope things turn around for it and get yourself
I
back
told
out
him
there.
he kind of
We'll talk
put
to you
himself in that situation, but he still wants to argue it.
All right, Vinny. So
Of course he does.
The temper's already flying here. We knew that it wasn't
It's
gonna
not
be
going to change
happy
my
about it, but
opinion.
yeah,
I mean,
agree with him there. I don't really think there was
AJ was there,
to go around and do that. I think
and
it's
Mark
pretty
came down.
self-explanatory what happened there. But
Yeah, I
Bailey
mean,
Turner
he
not
just
happy about it, and that could
he's clear by about an inch, and if you do that in a braking
track later
zone, you
tonight.
know,
So we'll keep an eye on
that's
those
going to
two.
happen.
Jeff Wright leading this race. Joshua Banks was putting pressure on him for the lead. I think once you get that 35 out front, he's going to be hard to stop.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be key here is getting a good start. He's going to be starting on the outside, and we've seen the leader really benefit from the restarts here, especially compared to the second place. So he's going to have to kind of time this and make sure he doesn't lose track of the 48. Otherwise, he could lose a spot in turn 1.
So lights on the pace car are going to go out this time, and we'll set him up for a restart. How about Josiah Vincent? We haven't talked a whole lot about him tonight. He's got Foo Fighters on the hood of that thing and Coca-Cola on the side. And remember the last time we were here, there was a lot of drama and discussion around the 4, and at that time the 42 car of Connor Horn. But Josiah is probably massively underrated at this racetrack, and he's sitting in 3rd, which is a great place to be if you want to move.
Green flag, green flag.
On the restart. He's got Halpern to his outside, who's also clawed his way up through the field. Ronis back to his starting position or right around it in 6th. And Bailey Turner and Reggie Ortega starting in 7th and or I think that's 5th and 7th, I believe. Pace car off. Jeff Wright.
Yellow flag is out.
Down. Green flag in the air again.
I see Alec.
Gets off to a great start. Not so much for the 35, but 35 is going to be able to slot into 2nd.
Turner 3 wide down into turn 1.
Yeah, 3 wide behind him.
He grabs a spot away from Vincent. Vincent really struggling on this restart.
Oh,
Ronis is going to
that-
grab a spot away from him as well and make their way down into turn 3.
That was an
Caution.
87 and 14.
Martinez again.
Yeah, I see. All I seen was the 18 spinning, so I didn't catch anything else till now. I see.
Oh, and this started
That's the 87. Make the call, or I can make it. Either one.
I didn't really get a good look at it here.
There's a
Oh,
whole
wow.
lot of net code there too, though.
There's the 87 and the 14 get together, and the 18 pounds the wall, but what happened here? Let's get a
I don't
little
know,
above and
dude.
maybe
Look,
this will give us
that was a
better idea.
lot of net
There's William
code.
Troy, who's laps down.
Should we
Don't
put it on
forget that.
87?
There's- Oh, the 27 and 75 are already out of shape, and the 87 and 14.
Yeah, because he was coming up. He was going to hit him even if there wasn't net code.
That, I think, unfortunately. But the 27
Alright, you can make a call.
and 75 were.
You know, I'm looking at it again. Yeah, I'd have to call it on the 87. He came up trying to avoid the car that was slowing down, but he still came up. Got it.
That's hard.
Yeah, I think a tough break for him. Actually,
Well,
with Mark Emerson, he's actually still in his car, so I don't know, he might still...
So this is my first race. How many offenses do
Well, I
you
think he
get or
needs to.
cautions?
I mean, this is a short track. We're almost halfway through this race, and we're starting to have guys drop out like flies. So if you're the 22, you got to get back in that car and get any points that you can, especially when Jeff Wright and Angelo Ronis are having such good nights, because those are the guys that you're fighting in the standings. As we get closer and closer to the chase, you're going to want to have those points cushions so you can afford a mulligan later in the season. So caution out. This is the 5th caution all night. We've been pacing for 21 laps, 3 lead changes. And Joshua Banks just wants this to go green. I think he's got the car to get there up in front of the 48, but it's so hard on these restarts because the inside lane has such a huge advantage because the leader can go whenever he wants, and it's so hard to get grip on that outside on the restart.
Yeah, we saw Banks just struggle a little bit there before he was able to get slot himself in second place, but yeah, again, he won't be entirely that fortunate as much, but yeah, I would say honestly the 20 has more of a shot at getting the lead at this point than the 35 on the restart.
So field rolling around again under yellow. A couple other drivers I'm surprised about. Finney and Jordan Ashland has not made a whole lot of progress tonight. Not a scratch on that car yet, but that Megadeth, that sounds ridiculous. The Megadeth Camaro still riding around in 18th. And he started back in 27, so it's not like he hasn't gone anywhere, but this hasn't gone as far as we would have thought. And we mentioned Alec Martinez's problems. Jeremiah Vincent, not sure what's up with him. He's in pit lane here, Finian, and receiving service, and they head back out on the racetrack with 4 tires and fuel.
I'm assuming that was a racing deal.
Negative.
No. Okay.
I caught it on the 87 because he had room and he still came up.
Why not, right? Get yourself out of the mess.
Granted, he was trying to avoid a slower car, but he still had plenty of room below him and he still came up.
On the racetrack for 30 laps, and Banks has been out for 30 as well.
Okay, got it.
It's kind of intermixed. There's about 10 laps difference between the two runs that were on.
All right, come on, guys. Let's finish this out, please.
30-lap-old strategy. Halpern is on 20-lap-old tires.
I'm gonna go rear on Jeff. Rear chase.
Green flag, green flag.
Intermixing of Chevys and Toyotas up front. I don't think there's any Fords in the field at all tonight, is there?
Not from what I can see.
Yeah, we need that Mustang. All right, pace car's gonna roll off again after our.
Reckon, big. Yellow flag is out.
Jeff Wright alongside Joshua Banks. Green flag back in the air, and they're off.
This guy is, man.
Oh, and a very messy start here, almost 3 wide. Actually, they are 3 wide as they head up in one with Josiah.
Like Josiah got loose.
Bad place to be. Elliott Butler trying to get to the inside. He's below the yellow line. There's a big stack up out of turn 2. The 4 is going to spin and hook the 6 right in the middle of traffic, and they're going to collect 5, maybe 6 cars in the aftermath as the 6 spins right in front of the entire field on the back straightaway.
Damn, I took an Elliott too.
Yeah, Josiah
and just like
came
that,
up,
we go
checked
right back
up.
to caution. This is a product of the restart being so crazy. Josiah
What do you think,
got
Eric?
split 3 wide here, and it all started from there.
Yeah. The only thing is,
Yeah, it's more of a racing deal, I think.
Look at the net code between a 6 and 4 in the middle of the corner.
How's my left rear
Oh,
look?
the 83 got a big chunk of it too.
Yeah, it's.
I don't see anything.
I don't know, man. I think that's a racing deal.
19 laps down, but
I mean,
another
he
driver
had to
that
check
really
up,
got
and
into this is
Reggie
Tim
ran into him. I think that might have
His car's all torn to
helped
pieces.
Josiah propel him forward, you know. That's just my opinion on it.
Yeah.
What do you think, guys?
I'm pretty much the same. There was a little bit of net code, then he had to check up.
I mean, Josiah saw Elliott below him. He moved up to give him room, and he had to check up. And then Reggie kind of seemed like maybe helped propel him a little bit, but he was already sideways. So I call that a racing deal. That's my opinion. What do you think?
Nothing he could do. He was on the brakes, just
Being
can't
followed.
stop that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Are
Are we in the same boat, guys? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, upon further review, that's going to be a racing deal, guys. Racing deal on that. Nobody will be at fault.
Halpern's taken second spot away, and maybe Joshua Banks is happy with how that went down.
Yeah, Banks is now going to be restarting. And
Just tell Elliott there's a track. Got to stay above the yellow line. I mean, if Elliott came back up into Josiah, it'd be Elliott, but he didn't.
Everybody on pit road looks good.
Pit stops underway for the drivers that were
So
involved.
far.
Alex Bell again getting caught in other people's issues. That seems to be. I don't think he's ever.
Mark
caused
is back
it.
on
I
track,
think
so
he's-
you're aware.
Since he started in VRL, he's been mostly the result of them. I think maybe the only one he might have caused was at Daytona at the beginning of the year. He might have caused that wreck. I have to think back, but usually it's not his doing.
Well,
and
the good
same
thing is all 4 of your drivers,
Butler, who had a problem
and
since
he's
start,
not
now
even
he
fucking
did
up here.
damage,
Yeah,
doesn't go a lap
douchebag.
Alec Martinez, he's still on the lead lap. That car's all beat to shreds, but he's trying to keep his car in the
Thought
run.
you were about to say to me, all good news,
More
all 4 of your
drivers
drivers
that drop out,
wrecked.
the more points are available.
Well,
So you gotta make sure that
they
you
have.
gotta get yourself back out on the racetrack.
Actually, I think
Jeremiah hasn't.
Yeah,
wrecked,
Jeremiah
has
hasn't.
he? Nah, he's got a clean car. Just in, well,
I just jinxed him, so.
for Chris Partman and
Next caution's gonna be on
Boyer
him.
in the 14. So those are the only two
If
guys
it is, I'm sorry.
cars on the lead line.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah.
Don't look now, but first, second, sixth, seventh.
Who you got your eye on? I think obviously Jeff Wright. He's been
What?
running so well tonight. But
That's where your drivers are sitting. First, second, sixth, and seventh.
That's very cool.
Oh,
It's
I
like
do.
this is like the Hendrick cars. You don't see that much, but they're doing pretty good. Let's not talk about that though. We're not.
Nah, I've already jinxed Eric's team, so we're good on that.
It's the only clean car, and now.
All right, guys, give each other room here. Easy on your braking. Adjust your brake bias accordingly. Give each other room here. Let's finish this shit out. Come on. You guys are good. Come on.
It's a short track, but it's
Hey, Andrew, Mark wants to argue
Hey, Alex,
about
take
Paul
the high
and
five here.
No, let him argue. He's the one that switched lanes.
I told him he'd talk to him after the race.
That's me, you, and David.
I
We
told
all
him he put
agreed.
himself in that situation, but he still wants
It's
to talk.
3v1. So
Green, green,
he
green.
can if he wants. Watch the check up here, guys. Nice and easy, please. Well, he can argue it all he wants, but right now it's 3 votes that call him at fault, so he already lost that battle. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens here.
The race is down into turn 1, and the 48 got a flying restart.
Man, your boy Bailey is pushing it, man.
Yeah.
Off into turn 3, door to door. They're letting Wright get away, but they're 2 by 2, about 5 rows deep out of turn
Watch
4.
that dive bombing.
Still trying to show out Bailey Turner in the wall, and that's going to let Cabot get on by. Turner goes down to defend ahead of Stravato. Still for second place, still a good battle between them, and it looks like Banks is just able to edge ahead of Halpern.
Why is Mark out of the race?
He wasn't. He was back on track a minute ago.
19 laps down.
Yeah, he had 9
That
minutes.
bad at damage? Oh.
He had 9 minutes required from that wreck.
Reggie Ortega, his bright yellow Hertz car is in the background here.
Come on, guys, give each other room, please.
Yeah, he's still on track.
Sorry, Casey, I'm getting pushed.
And how about Stravato in 7th place after that earlier incident
Good man.
on pit road that put him back? He's up now.
We're
in
tight
7th
against
and has
each
been
other.
slowly climbing forward.
Yeah, sorry about that.
12th after his big miss on the back straightaway with that previous accident. He's running okay.
It's nice to see Jeremiah not running it super hard. I know he has a tendency to do that. I'm just not used to Jeremiah. I'm like, where's Jeremiah? Where's this red car at? I don't see it.
They'll try to take that spot away. The defenders in high, try to get a good run off the corner. And the 8 car's going to try to clear him. Close quarters there.
Chris Garrett up to second. Oops.
You mean 8?
Never mind, never mind. No, I saw it had AJ in the lead. I had to scroll up. We're good, we're good.
For the lead, though, Joshua Banks has not let Wright get away. He's so close. Look at the run the 35 gets off at turn 4.
Yeah, my boys have been really hard on each other over the past couple weeks. So it was nice to see AJ and Angelo finish 3rd and 4th though last week. So that was pretty cool, man. I mean, you know, Eric. I mean, I don't have really super fast guys like you do, but it's nice to see that.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
45 miles an hour.
It's like seeing a week where my drivers are all happy at the end of the race.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Maybe we'll have a week where both of our teams are happy.
Your team runs good, mine team doesn't complain. God.
Good save, buddy. Good save. Yeah, I hear you there, man.
Banks has been leaking again.
Banks all over the back bumper of Wright here. He dives in turn 3.
Deep on the brakes, trying to get that car to stick. Can't quite get it to do it, though. The 48's going to clear him out of turn number 4, and Banks will have to try all over again.
Just want to clean run here. I think the thing is, once the tires wear their brakes, I mean, the braking points are a lot different.
Oh, your halfway leader would have been Jeff.
Yep. I already got it. What are you talking about?
Well, I forgot to say
Where
it,
the
and
hell
we're like now 8 laps into past halfway.
On the rail.
What?
Yeah, Alpern has 10 lap fresher tires compared to the guys up front. Again, got quite a few caution laps included in there, but still fresher nonetheless.
This song's blown up.
Yeah, Alex Bell.
Lap number 97. Top 3 all within about a half a second of the leader, and Adam Cabot's keeping them in range. I see some smoke in turn 4.
Alex Bell.
Blew
Bell.
up.
Oh, man. And that's a frustrating end of the night for him. Elliot Butler, he's 15 laps down, probably out of this race at this point, so frustrating night for a lot of good drivers here this evening.
Yeah, and Alex Bell looked like it was just an engine blew up on him as he was running around.
Eli Hinton, Chris Garrett fighting for 8th.
Yeah, and Hinton has slowly started to move up. He's going to get around Chris Garrett, who himself up in 8th place. So that 13's been slowly on the climb, which is amazing considering how damaged that car is.
Jordan Ashland beginning to claw his way forward. I mentioned earlier that I was surprised he hadn't made more progress, but maybe just waiting out in the field to thin out a bit before before risking his body work to climb his way through the field. He's starting to set that thing forward, and he's lapping really quick right now and just needs some more track position to get himself into this fight.
If Banks blinks another good time like that, I'm going to have to tell him. I hate to do it, though.
Yeah, real good.
He's better than normal, but he has blinked quite a few times now.
So he's been pretty decent, but...
Garrett saw the base before he hit the inside wall.
Oh, yeah, he's really slow. Fell from 8th to 6th.
Yeah, he blew up. I guess he got involved in that shit last caution. Said he got half of it fixed and it just blew up. It wasn't overheating or nothing.
Yeah, well, Banks is getting blinkier, so if he does it again, like he just did a second ago, almost through the whole turn, I'm going to tell him he's going to have to fall to the back or park it.
I don't get it, because...
Go ahead.
I mean, if he gets out front, I guess...
Joshua Banks
fine,
down
but...
the inside again. I would start to think, do you think you can make a run on the outside work, or is that really just a defensive spot? I think Banks is going to have to try something different because he's burning up his tires trying to throttle up on the inside road.
I mean, honestly, it's worth a try. Again, you got to try to find something around him. I would say try that outside lane. It's worked. We've seen it work, people being able to build up runs, so you might be able to try a pass if you can set it up for it.
Look at him putting way pressure on the back of that 48 out of turn 2. He's going to have a look down into turn 3. Hard on the brakes. Does he make it stick this time? The 48 slips up the racetrack, but Wright's going to get a much better run out of turn 4. Close quarters, but the 35 got a great run down the front straight. He could clear him down here into turn 1 with the proper braking, and he's going to get it done as long as he can throttle up out of turn 2. He tries, can't quite clear the 48 just yet.
Oh, but you might be able to in 3 and 4 if he dives it in here, but the 48 drives it in. He's a little bit high here. He's going to try to get that run off the corner.
This is as close as he's been. Oh, the 48's in the fence, scrapes the wall out of turn 4. And Banks has to clear him here. He cannot let this one get away from him. This is his best opportunity. He's using up his tires and his fuel to try to get by. And they're nose to nose on the back straight.
Yeah, last time throughout the line, there was 2,000s between them at the scoring. So these guys are very close on speed right now. And you see Halpern, too, behind them starting to reel him in.
Yeah, Banks needs to complete this pass. You cannot let this all this tire get wasted. The 48's going to get the spot back, and Banks tried to move up the racetrack to give him a hit, but couldn't quite get there. Now he's going to throttle up a great run out of turn 2. He's going to drag race him down the back straightaway off into turn 3, but not going to be enough to get clear of the 48 just yet, and that's brought Halpern right back into the mix.
I was going to say Banks has to be a little bit careful. He can't afford to let Halpern get a lane on him because Halpern might be able to make it 3 wide here.
Which line do you choose to help
Yellow flag is out.
Or do you just make your own? Oh, 35 slipped big time.
Yep, and there goes Halpern to the inside.
We need a move back in turn 4.
That was close.
What happened?
Troy.
Now they're all strung out again, and that's
really
hurt Banks because he just wasted.
Oh no! No, Chris Garrett.
Even get a spot out of it, so he's actually dropped back by 0.3 of a second.
Dude, he earned harded into there.
Caution's gonna be out.
Yeah.
Oh, 87 collected
Yeah,
as well.
that was bad. And then
Chris
he like
almost
ricocheted
had it
back
saved
and got
and
killed.
then
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
on
I
a
was gonna die
57.
there for a second.
Go ahead and call it real quick so we can get that and do pits.
He retired.
Alright, we'll still call it out.
Oh, big hit into the outside fence. And at 87, clobbered him in turn 4. This was just, yeah, I mean, oh, that's such
Hey, that was a good almost 30 lap run. No, almost 20 lap run.
It's just been a bad night for William Troy ever
Poor
since the
William.
drop of the green flag.
Here we go, pit stops.
Yeah, it's been
I'm at the
Come on, the leader.
very
20 is good.
bad situations,
Good.
and it's pretty bad pretty much is gonna end his night right there.
16's
And what do
good.
you do? I mean,
50's good.
anything if you're in Troy's position.
48's good.
Butler did a pretty
18's
job
good,
slowing
27's
down
good.
that. I know his,
33
his
good,
night's kinda
29
slipped
good,
away as well. He's
77
20
good.
laps down in 24th, but
4's
13
good.
good.
75's good. 8's good. 2's good.
24 clear.
so caution out. Everyone's
You
gonna
guys
come
get the
down
back
to get
half,
tires and
please.
fuel. You're easily good to the end.
I'm reviewing the 83.
But I
Two's
imagine we're not
good.
gonna have to go that far.
35's good.
Yeah, I think reserves might be good again. You might have to do a little.
83's good.
I'm sure we're probably gonna have a caution in
Alrighty.
between now. and
31's
the
good.
finish.
I think that's it.
The way we've been going.
Holy shit, look at my guys!
question
This is
now
great.
is,
Where's fucking
take a look
Angelo?
at
There he is.
Race off pit road. Anybody make any big swings here? AJ Stravato.
Where are we at here? 1, 2, 1,
Angelo's 8.
4,
Fifth, it looks
One,
1,
two,
3,
real
4,
quick.
8. Yeah, you better. It's gonna get exciting.
Tim Downey Jr. giving
I
a
think we're
bunch
gonna
of
see
people
some
spots
wrecking
here,
now.
Finian.
Yeah, I think penalty for him. Actually, no, he didn't pit.
Interesting. Okay, so we have what 70, just under 70 laps to go. Jeff Wright is our leader. Joshua Banks in second. Let's pull up Jeff Wright, our in-race reporter again. Let's talk to him and see what his plan is for the end of this race. Hey, Jeff Wright, it's Kyle from SimTV. Things are still going well for you out up front, but Joshua Banks putting some pressure on. What's the plan to hold him off for the next 70 or so laps?
Yeah, he's fast, that's for sure. Joshua doing a really good job. Honestly, the outside lane is really your only hope when somebody's faster than you. Joshua's definitely faster than me there. I mean, I had the clean air and he was in the dirty air and he was still.
It wasn't a great run. It was an okay run. About 20 laps.
Second lane up off the bottom.
That's about the longest.
Kind of pinch off their run on exit, and I was able to do that there for a while, but if it gets inside.
And I love how Josh and freaking Jeff were side by side for multiple laps.
Talk to me about the restarts. It seems
Kept
like
it
you're
clean.
able to get such a good launch because of the advantage the leader has here. If you get put on the outside or even in the inside of row number 2, do you think it'll be as difficult for you to get to the lead as it is for them right now?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's for sure an advantage being the leader and also being on the inside makes it, just that much better. When I started the race, I think I qualified 4th, and, it was, you usually kind of just try to work your way to the bottom as soon as you can, because really that outside just isn't good until you get about 10, 15 laps or so, and then you can kind of go up there and maintain yourself and hold off other guys. But, yeah, definitely want to be on the inside and try to stay the leader. This clean air is pretty nice. It's a lot easier to drive this car in clean air than it is behind other cars. I'll tell you that.
All right, Jeff. Well, you're going to have about, 65 laps to go or thereabouts. Good luck out there. We'll talk to you later.
I'm done preaching. I'm at more than half the race preaching. I'm done.
So coming back to the restart here, Finney.
All right, here we go.
Jeff Wright, Banks, and Halpern.
Green flag, green flag.
See whoever drives it into the corner.
Looks like AJ Stravato's found some speed in that 33. Bailey Turner's lurking back there, and so is Adam Cabot. So keep an eye on really anyone inside the top 6, I think, is capable of winning this race. And Rona sitting back there in 8th. Hasn't been up front a whole lot, but if these guys get together, don't count them out. Green flag back in the air, 65 to go.
Yeah, right off.
Come on, Angelo, easy.
Alfred trying to get to the inside of Banks. He's going to be there as they head up into 1.
Will Banks be able to hold this off on fresh tires? The inside lane's going to be the preferred way to go. They're going to be really tight out of turn 2, door to door as they make their way down the back.
Bailey blocking's gonna get dumped, man.
Halpern might be able to muscle his way on through Banks, still trying to fight on the outside lane. It's going to be Halpern coming away with second. Now here comes Bailey Turner and Banks side by
Man,
side.
Banks has some speed tonight.
He does. He needs the long run, though. I think he's got the better long run car.
Now, look at Eli
Give each other
Hinton.
room, please. Let's finish this out, please.
Under attack from Cabot now. But how about Bailey Turner? You mentioned him getting by Joshua Banks. And he's setting his sights on
AJ
Zach
really
Alpern. Now, but
drove it
Banks
in there.
not done yet. He's
But AJ needs to get low. He does better when he's on the low side.
Yeah,
He's just
behind
gotta
them,
find a
Hinton
hole.
and Cabot fighting for 5th place. Hinton was able to get into 5th place, but here comes Cabot trying to take that spot.
Can I make a bold prediction?
Really aggressive.
We're going
racing.
green the
I think
rest of the way.
drivers know the time is running out. Less than 20 minutes of racing remaining. If we go green from here, that's not a whole lot of time. So everyone's got
I know, laugh at
60
me.
laps.
We're going for it now. There's Jeremiah Vincent with Angelo Ronis
It could happen.
and AJ Stravato. They're almost 3 wide down into turn 1. They're going to get themselves sorted out. But Jeff Wright has just set sail out up front.
Yeah, it looks like guys are gonna have a tough time trying to catch him. It's really up to Halpern and Banks. Really, I think the strongest cars to be able to get up to him. And Stravato has been falling back quite a bit. He's currently right now in danger, getting passed by his teammate and Lakatos.
Yeah, Stravato is just. I thought he had a lot of pace up there, sitting in 4th on the restart, but just didn't get the run he needed to really gain any spots. He's just been under attack the last couple laps. He's kind of stabilized around 8th place.
Oh man, save it. Checking up and 2 guys. Easy, 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 easy.
We mentioned the last couple weeks have been really great.
3 wide back here, give room.
Did not really have a good night. Dropped a couple spots in the standings, 4 spots, in fact, from 9th to 13th. And this
Man.
one hasn't been
Good
great for
thought.
him
I
either.
just
He
braked
had a great
earlier. It's
stretch
all
after
good.
Martinsville after he won that race, but unable to turn the luck around tonight. Ronis really high out of turn 2. 3 wide on the back straight. Lakatos in the middle of it.
Yeah, this is a big mess of cars. A lot of cars getting with damage, is kind of getting shuffled out to the back and what have you.
Still surprised. I would have thought Jordan Ashland would have turned up the heat by now. He still seems like he's biding his time back here. Hasn't used up any of his stuff yet tonight. Maybe saving it for later, but you're running out of time to get your way through the field here, Phineas. If I was Ashland, if I had the ability to drive through the field, I would start doing it right about now.
I was going to say, I think he might just be struggling with the package here.
Come on, guys.
Hey, Jeff, when you get to me, go low. Now, but I just don't think he's got the pace here tonight.
All right, well, dude, thank
I
you.
think it was like that the last time we were here, too. I remember Jordan Ashland wasn't having a spectacular night, so struggling a bit here this evening. And just behind him, Robert Gaba and Clifton Cockrell fighting for 14th. But up front, Jeff Wright, 6th and make it 7/10 of a second out in front of Halpern. Halpern ran a 10th quicker last time, but Joshua Banks quicker than both of those drivers. So
Man.
35 car still the quickest in the front group. All right, I think now is about good time for a sound surge. What do you think, Finian?
I think definitely now, before these guys start crashing again.
You guys nervous like I am? I just want this shit to finish out. Be a big confidence booster. You know what lap we went green by any chance?
116.
Alright.
I
Looking
think.
to go to 137. That'll be a record. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. Yeah, that's a record, I guess.
Yeah,
What did I
thanks
say?
for all the room, guys.
136. Listen to me, I'm nervous, bro.
Get for bud.
Watching Clifton and Josiah right now.
I just went through the field.
Making me nervous. Like, can everybody just get single file?
Yeah, thanks for the room, Tim.
Come on, save it, Casey. Yeah, slower car up high off the 2, guys. Slow car in 3 is up by the wall.
50 laps to go here at Richmond. Jeff Wright leads, but
Still
only
up by the wall off 4.
Halpern's been eating into that lead here, Finian, but Banks is trying to get by Halpern again. So which of these front 3 do you think stands the best chance of getting into victory?
And it's a gaggle of cars running side by side.
Yeah, where? Back where I'm watching with Alec and Brandon Clifton and Josiah and Robert.
Now,
Yep.
Being pressured by the 35 of Joshua Banks.
Yeah, I think Jeff Wright's got to be the favorite here because, you know, just already building out a small lead over the 20 and the 35. And the 20 and 35 look like they're starting to get into a battle that's only going to make them lose even more spots.
Kind of a big gaggle around behind Jordan Ashland in 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, all in a tight fight through turns 3 and 4. Gabba in the front of it, Josiah Vincent, Clifton Cockrell, and Brennan Gagnon all together. And you see the 16th.
2 more laps. We reach the record. Oh, shit. We're all single file still.
And you mentioned Joshua Banks putting pressure on the 20 of Halpern. I think if he wants to have a shot at Jeff Wright, he cannot waste any time behind this 20 car. If you're faster, this is the point when you got to knock him out of the way. You see him putting pressure on here. He's probably going to be patient because that's how Joshua Banks is, but I think now is the point when you need to raise up the intensity.
Yeah, I think we might
AJ in 8th right now. It's good.
Like,
Banks, though, telling you, man, I'm still saying keep an eye on him.
Will he be able to hit the good run off?
Door to door, they're not giving each other a whole lot of room. Side by side on the back straight.
There he goes.
He's clear now. He's going to pull down in front of the 35.
Keep an eye on Banks, man. I'm telling you. Remember how good he was against Connor in the long runs?
Oh, yeah. I remember.
He's going to catch Jeff. I would be shocked if he didn't.
Into turn 3, he's going to try to launch it into the corner yet again.
And launch it, he did. He cleared him. Wow. Great pass there by Joshua
I just want all my
Banks.
boys to be in the top 10 at the end.
Loses a 10th and a half to Jeff Wright in the process.
I'm rooting for Angelo right now. Come on, buddy. Fill the quota.
Sorry.
Actually, fun fact,
That's cool.
with looking at their lap times, Banks even passing Halpern was faster last time through than Wright.
Yeah.
Casey almost ran in the side of you 3 times tonight.
And actually, that time they ran all
What was
3
that?
ran quicker, but Banks again was the quickest driver in the field. By a
I almost
couple
ran in the
hundredths of a
side of you
second
3
over Jeff
times
Wright. So
tonight.
he is setting the pace from this race from 2nd place, and Jeff Wright in front of him. He's got to be looking in that relative.
Oh, there goes Casey. Give room, car sideways in 2. Car up by the wall. Stay low.
Quicker still, a 10th.
Good job, guys.
Banks last time through.
Slow car going into 3.
That was 4 times.
Wrong
Isn't
spot,
this where
wrong
Joshua
time,
Banks
man.
won last season?
Alright.
Pretty sure he did win here.
Man, this shit around Josiah, man.
Check on that.
Yeah, you're the stats guy. Go find me who won. Pretty sure it was Joshua Banks. And it was his only win in VRL last season.
Here comes Banks.
And he is quickly catching Wright. He's got that gap down to 0.3 of a second. It was a 0.7 of a second just a couple laps ago.
Yeah, but how much is Jeff saving?
I don't think it matters. Not at this
Turn
point.
2 now, 0.4 of a second. Make it 3 now as he gets a much better run
I'll
off
be
the
back.
corner. He's closing in. We're going to have a pass for the leader, folks, in just a couple minutes. But the question is how much and how long can Jeff Wright hold off the 35?
Ah, crap, that's my bad.
Banks did win here.
Oh, Eli, save it.
Thank you, Lord, for not holy crap.
He'll be able to repeat that success here.
What a good track this has been for him. He qualified quite well tonight. He's putting pressure on the 48. He's
Good save,
Jeff Wright
though.
move up the racetrack. He's starting to drive defensively now. This is like what how the driver in second knows that the leader knows that they can smell blood in the water.
Hinton is getting around and turn 4. Wow, was able to save it. He was dead sideways.
Oh, he got big contact from the 8 of Jeremiah Vincent. Whoa! That's a save and a half right there. Here's a look from on board. Wow. What a save. Back out front, though. They're starting to get in some lap traffic here, Finney. Now, does this help Joshua Banks or help Jeff Wright? I think it helps Banks quite a lot. You see him, he's right on the rear bumper now.
Yeah, Banks can catch if they catch the traffic in the right place, it could work out to Banks' favor.
I think the question is if any of these cars make Jeff Wright go the long way around, Banks is going to throw that car up the inside and try to get this spot. So let's see what Emerson does here. Emerson is 20th, 18 laps down, and he's going to give the leader the inside lane, and they're both going to go on through. But Banks, he's gained all that ground that Jeff Wright had stretched out. So we know the 35 is quicker. The matter of time, though, is we're getting down to about 30 laps to go. And you have about 12 minutes of racing left to get there. So you got to get on your stuff and go for it now. Halpern too far back to do anything about this. So it's all between the 48 and 35.
Yeah, 48 already got a poor exit out of 2 that time through. That let Banks close up right to him, and even poor exit out of 4 for the 48, though. Really, Banks started mounting up the pressure.
Banks up the racetrack a little bit, maybe trying to get a better run out of turn 2. You see him get that launch. Look at that drive out of turn 2 that he gets. He's not rim running around the bottom. He's trying all sorts of different lines down into turn 3. He's going to be right on the bumper of that 48, but needs to try something a bit different to get around him in that section of the racetrack. He's loose.
Yeah, got loose there. Was trying to merge up behind the 48, got loose doing so. But yeah, what I've been noticing that Banks is doing, he's been trying to set up the exit out of 2 to make a pass in turn 3, kind of what he did with Halpern. And it's been sort of working for him. Lost some time there, but he's trying to gain that back on 48.
Patience is what that 35 needs right now, and he's being patient, but the problem is if your car goes away from you later, you could have passed him now and made it harder for him later. So it's a delicate balance between making it difficult for yourself now or for him later. And he's in the fence out of turn 2.
Yeah, lost quite a bit of time there doing so, getting loose, up, gap back down, back up to.
Take another look at the incident. Oh, tank slapped and got into the fence. He lost quite a bit of ground here, so we'll see if he closes back up and if that damage has affected him. And now he just gets clear of the 25 of Tim Downey Jr., who's 2 laps down. Eli Hinton, after his slip-up, is behind Brandon. How about Brandon Bowers, Finian? New driver to the series. He's in 8th in that 31. That front is torn off that race car. He's sitting in 8th. Great run for him.
Yeah, I'm honestly amazed that car has been able to run as well as it has been, considering he's missing a nose, but he's been flying up to the field.
So Jeff Wright leads this race. Joshua Banks was a touch quicker last time by 400ths. And we have less than 30 to go, closing on 25 to go. And I think Banks can get there. The question is, can he pass the 48 now? He kind of used his car up in the fence out of 2. And that might have been all it took to keep him behind Jeff Wright.
Pitting.
If Wright plays a good defensive role here for the last 25 or so laps.
Yeah, no, I think the more laps that go through, the more I think that Banks needs to be a little bit physical here.
I think he needs to be physical, but Joshua Banks is one of the nicest guys in the garage area. I don't really see him knocking the 48 out of the way, but he might need to.
And Halpern way loose out of 4. He's really starting to struggle as Bailey Turner's catching up to him.
Hey, you mentioned it, Bailey Turner all over him for 3rd place, and Turner's turned this night around after getting turned into the fence earlier, so well, look at him drive off into the corner. He's not afraid to use the bumper. He's going to lean on him in 3 and 4. Try to launch a run.
Try that. I was trying to move you, man. He came down for the last
time. Too afraid when it comes down to it to make a move. There he's setting up the inside Halpern, and Halpern I don't think can do really too much to defend at this point. His car is really burned up at this point.
Side by side on the back straight. 24 looks to the inside. The 20 clobbers. Oh, he gets clobbered in turn 3. They spin, but they save it. The 20 car corrects it. The 24 is still sliding out of turn 4. Wow.
And that'll be 2 spots for Adam Cabby, who moves himself up into 3rd place.
Let's go back and watch that. That was a crash, folks. Oh, the 20 car he's crashed. I don't know how he saved that thing. But that's a classic bump and run, just a bit more extreme than we're used to. And it didn't really net the 24 any spots.
Yeah, I was going to say that easily could have been a cross right there, but great save from him.
For the lead, Jeff Wright. Joshua Banks has run him down. It's a 10th and a half between the two. Plumbing about 20 laps to go, Finian, so Banks is running out of time. Will he use the bumper? When will he use the bumper? How will he get by the 48 of Wright?
Yeah, I really doubt that he is going to use the bumper, although if I was a Scrooge, I would be screaming at him to do it. But it looks like he's trying to set up the pass again, on the back straightaway here. He's going to potentially look out. No, he's going to sit on it for now.
Okay, I want to keep an eye on this fight, but also the one for fourth as Bailey Turner and Halpern. Remember Halpern? He got run over at Martinsville, was not happy about it, so we know that he's got a short temper, and I'm curious to see how he races this 24 after. So we'll keep an eye on these two, just in case it turns south. But for the lead, it's even closer. 10th and a half.
Watch out. Take it.
Banks got a good run out of turn 4. He's going to look to the outside. Is the 48 cover up there? And is that line a place to go, or does the 35 have to cross him over and head back to the bottom? He's going to go for the yellow line. Does he get alongside him? Yes, he does. Can he get up to him? No. He's going to have to slot back in line.
Yeah, again, it's really hard to run that inside lane there. You can need a charge in there to really maximize the benefit off of that. Otherwise, you just lose so much speed on exit.
There's lap traffic up at, I think it's the 50 of Casey Lakatis. And I think that might be the 75 of Gaba. Alec Martinez is up there as well. So now
quite a few cars.
The intensity is going to be picking up now. And here's the bumper. He leans on him. Ooh. He's got to go harder than that, though. I think he's going to have to really push on him to get
Yellow flag is out. Well, ran out of talent. Good win there, Jeff.
Oh, here he is. He's setting up the run here. He's going to get a huge run on the
Good
back
racing
straightaway.
there,
He's in
Banks,
the fence.
dude.
He's crashing.
Thanks for racing clean.
Right.
Crash on the back straightaway.
Okay, caution.
No
No
caution.
caution as of yet.
And Joshua Banks, that race just got thrown away.
Oh, no,
Caution out.
no
18 to
way.
go.
Tell me it ain't.
And a tragic turn of events for Joshua Banks.
All right, boys. Get
Hey,
ready for
Zach, I don't know
pits.
about that, but sorry. Didn't mean to get
Damn,
into it.
Andrew, we almost
You
made it
guys ready
50
for
laps.
drama?
Yeah.
You guys ready for some drama?
They're gonna be wrecking.
Yep.
We almost made it 50
wanted
laps,
to see a
Andrew.
P1 drifter. I've been doing good so tonight.
Just trying to throttle up.
We were
Just gotta wait
3
for
laps
the-
short of 50 lap run.
steering and then a big hit to the inside fence.
Yeah, unfortunately, didn't have the grip to keep it going, keep the foot to the floor there, and the car just spun around and tried to save it, but yeah, just wasn't able to. And he went.
And he
All
hit
right.
the opening in the
Wait.
Leader.
Keep an eye on Bailey and Zach.
But Jeff Wright just got given a gift. Now the question
Bailey
is, we've seen probably two
Did
of
a
the
hell of a
most
bump and
contenders,
run on
Zach
Zach, and I don't think he was too happy. I just think he
Joshua Banks.
couldn't
They
get
got
to the
rooted
back
up out of the
bumper.
way, and Banks just crashed. We're going to come to pit road. This is the money stop here, Finian.
31's good.
20
9's
clear,
good.
48 clear, 24 clear, 77
Two
clear,
is good.
33 clear,
31, 50,
29 clear.
20, 16, 18, 27, all clear.
83 is good.
On these last few runs. We might see
20
someone
clear.
try 2 tires.
13's
20
clear.
20
Okay,
clear,
so
4
here's my
clear.
thought, Finian, is
That's about
I-
Eight's
everybody.
Oh, the
good.
48 misses
Oh,
box. He's in, but okay, here's the thing.
Ooh, Adam came out first. Did he take 2
With the way this
tires?
side has been going, I think
No.
we're 8 or 9
wow.
Jeff missed his box. I had to back up.
I
Oh,
think from here on out,
no.
it's going to be a mess. And it looks like some
Think
people
Jeff
are
is
trying
still
some
faster?
strategy, and it looks like Cabot comes out. And no, everyone took 4, but Cabot
Damn it.
wins the race off pit road. And you know what? He is the lucky
Fuck.
man, because if it goes
Oh, boy.
caution free from the end, he's probably got a good shot at winning this. If there's cautions to the end, also got a good shot at winning this. He is in a great spot right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say pretty much will gain that spot because Wright messed up
Yep,
his
Jeff
pace,
had to back up just a little bit,
so
and that
eventually
cost him.
just by a little
Start
bit.
up for 20th place. We
And
did a
only
most
lost one
intense battle on the
spot,
track,
but
boys.
arguably lost the most important spot on the track.
Yeah, you cannot get a good restart on that outside lane, especially when the leaders have been going as early as they can, or as early as they have been going tonight. And if you try to get a good outside lane restart, you could potentially end up jumping it. And
One
getting yourself a
tandem with me in
penalty. So
one.
Jeff Wright has backed himself into a corner with that slip up. Adam Cabot, a flawless pit sequence for him. He's now your
You know what? I'm not gonna lie.
Cabot is actually a
There's
second
one guy I'm
lane
worried about
pit
here.
lane. Then Jeff
And he's in
Wright
the
from the start
24.
to the end of pit road. So Cabot
I've
executed
seen him
well
in these
there.
situations.
He's in a great spot to win this thing. Bailey Turner will be
And he
racing
tends
Casey,
on
I
to-
the
dodged
third.
you
Also
4
a good spot
times
for
when
me.
you were spinning.
Well, actually, I've got 2 guys.
Tends
I
to
got
drive it a little harder than
Like,
he needs
right on
to.
that break.
I got 2 guys I'm worried about for that,
Out of the corner,
and
trying to keep
that's
up with you guys.
the 8 and the
What are you
24.
packing at, Case?
Hey, Jeff,
I'm gonna talk to
I
him.
know it's
That's
probably a
just been
bad
all
time
my
to talk
fault
to you
as
'cause
far
you're
as driving
strategizing how you're gonna win
poorly.
this thing, but a slip up on the pit sequence.
And that's just
really
because they're
hard to
Hutton's
find
teammates.
one. How are you going to get your car back to the front?
What did you have your bike at?
They're definitely going to make it really tough.
I think I was at 63.5 starting, and I backed down to 62.5. I mean, it's getting into the corner really nicely, but just not running the line right, I think.
my best to try to get around him.
I might at 55.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it just made things a lot more
Again,
difficult for myself.
I'm just not running with talent tonight.
All right, I'll be down here
He's pretty fast and can be on the inside.
with my teammate.
We're just going to have to go at it and hope
Neat.
it sticks on the
I got
outside,
none.
see if we can get it around, and try to go get another W this season.
All right, Jeff, good luck. Hopefully we'll be talking to you in victory lane. Go get him.
Thank you.
All right, well, Jeff writes to go back to work.
Tell it.
Lights
I
are
can
out
join
on the
next
pace
week.
car. We're going to be coming to the restart with 11 laps
I
to
would
go.
crank that
Finian, who you
bias
got your
up.
money on?
Cliff, or KC.
Honestly, it's kind of tough to
Everybody
tell.
keep it
Before
clean,
we put it on the
please. Let's
48.
finish this shit out.
I
Don't
was
drive
gonna
over
say
your
that
head.
Too. I think Cabot is
Will
going to be in a
receive
great spot
penalties.
here, especially if there's cautions from here to the end. But if it goes green, that 48 has been quicker than Adam Cabot, so I would not count him out.
And he's been the most consistent. Too.
Green flag, green flag.
Everyone else has kind of fluctuated quite a bit, but he's almost been constantly up in that top 2 all night long.
Does anyone have anything for Adam Cabot? He's going to have a great restart here because of the position he's in, but is it going to be enough? If the cautions come out, Cabot's sitting pretty. If it goes green to the end, it's going to be a struggle to hold that lead off from the 48 car. Door to door, green flag back in the air. Cabot gets a great jump. He slips and slides, though, and that gives him all his advantage. Comes down right in front of Bailey Turner. Let's make their way down to turn number 1.
Wreck.
Yellow flag is out.
Almost gave Cabot the boot there, and Cabot high in the turn.
Where was that at?
Trying to turn down. Can't do it. Here
That
comes
was Banks.
Halper on the outside.
Halper
we know
recovering
brake check
from his
to
slip up
start?
earlier. He's coming on the outside lane. Turner's trying to make something happen, and Jeff
sorry
Wright
about
splits
getting
2
into it,
spots on
too.
the restart. Halper
I just
carries momentum to the
didn't
outside. He's in
do
the
it.
fence out of turn 4.
Oh, this is exactly what Cabot needs.
Well,
These guys
thank you
fighting
for
behind him
spinning me
second
out.
place.
That's just
Caution.
one. I'm not mad. I'm just glad
Caution
you did
in
because
turn 4,
I cemented my night.
Or no, it's down in turn
Like
number
how
1.
crappy it is.
I think
Yeah,
trying to get
my
who
bad,
it
man. You
was.
blinked
I
out,
think
and then
Banks.
you're right there. You
Joshua
coming
Banks
down. I
in
don't know if
the
you didn't see me.
35.
get
Who's the
blanked
cause
or
on
what
that?
happened there. We just got hooked.
I'd say the 4, but Josh did blink out and come back, but he had been back for long enough.
Happened here to the 35.
Yeah, he also kind of came down.
Did he get rooted up out of
Who
the way
came
by
down?
the 4? Oh, yeah. I think he came down with the
35.
the 4
If you
car and
watch
shot
it,
himself turning
at
around.
start-finish line, he just kind of...
Yeah, late block from
I
the
don't know.
45.
I just chop it up as a racing deal.
Okay, so
they didn't have a caution earlier than that.
that just changed a lot of things here, Finian. So Cabot leads, Halper in second, Bailey Turner third. We're going to have probably...
I mean, hell, we ain't got but
5
8 laps
to go here
left.
in a
Fuck
moment.
it, let them
We're gonna
finish
take
it.
a break. We'll stick with us. We'll be right
Yeah,
back.
I kinda
Yeah, he did turn down on him. I mean, they were both coming down, it looked like, at the same time. Call it out. Racing deal. My God. They're gonna wreck again.
I mean, what the hell was Jeff doing? I mean, I think he screwed himself on that start there.
Yeah, he spun his tires a little bit, and he made contact, and that's why the 20 went under him. I mean, he was going to get spun, so the 20 went to avoid him. So obviously that's why there's not going to be a penalty there. It's a little different. It's a little different if the 20 was to lay back and get a run. The slightest run, that's not at least illegal, I guess.
Well, they were past the start-finish line, so I don't see anything wrong with it anyway.
No, I mean, the 48 got into the 77 there, and they were, he
Pretend
was,
like you never saw it, okay?
you know what I'm saying? He just
Oh my God!
back
I
live
hope
to the
to
broke
God
his momentum and
everybody sees
everything.
that
Number
after the
7
race.
from Richmond Raceway. We're going to be coming to the restart with probably
Has
5
Cabot won a race this year?
Start a lot of chaos. Shuffled the field around, but Cabot
Should look
pulled
down
down
though.
Halpern.
I'll jump
Bunch of
down to my
spots.
team
Jeff
channel
Wright
here and call out the wreck.
So
Well, I
who's in the
have
Halpern seat now?
I already called the Rick
Going
out.
to let this guy by in turn 4 and he spins it out.
77, he's got the
I mean, some tacos, man. They're good.
We got saw him get to a shaky
that was one
start after making some contact with the 48 as he came to the green. We're accelerating that, took him out of line.
I think he got air
We'll see
loose,
how
to
this
be honest.
restart goes.
No such thing as aero loose, aero tight.
I don't know how this is going to be handled here, Finian. I mean, the outside lane is tricky to restart, but Halpern seems like he's just so aggressive on these restarts.
and I think also the way where this is shaping up, we're going to get the restart with 4 laps to go, so it's going to be the final restart of the race here.
Sorry, Angelo. I don't know if I hit you, but if I did, I'm sorry.
So, Cabot, Halper,
All good.
Turner, Jeff Wright, Jeremiah Vince in your top 5. And how about Vince?
I'm going to blame the kids on that one.
Been having a very quiet night. He's slowly found his way
That
outside
hurts.
the top 5.
And not a scratch on that car, too. He's kept that thing in peace, and that's really the only car inside the top.
Next flag
15
ends
or
it
so,
all.
maybe Jordan
4
Ashton.
laps to go here at Richmond
But
Raceway.
really, those guys are in good shape.
I mean, if you got
Okay,
over your head,
we
go
will
for
finish.
it,
So
but
it's going to be
you're still going to get
probably a
penalized, so
4-lap
don't be
battle
an
at the
idiot.
end here, I imagine. Yeah, so we're going
Keep
to have
the
a
heads cool,
4-lap
please.
shootout. If the caution comes out, the
Do
race
your best.
is over.
Give each other
Adam
room.
Cabot is probably in the best spot.
Finish it under green, please. Good luck.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see if Bailey Turner. We've seen him be very aggressive on these restarts. Has been able to get good runs and again, not afraid to give people the bumper. We've seen him give it to people twice so far tonight, and he's got the leader right up ahead here with only 4 laps to go.
Green, green, green. Here and not down on the
Looking
racetrack.
lane for the
And Adam
restart.
Cabot, he's looking for his first Cup Series victory here in the Outsider Racing League after winning his first race in the Xfinity Series in the Virtual Racing League a couple weeks ago at Indianapolis. Can he win in a short track here tonight?
Yellow flag is out.
4
Yeah,
laps
my
away
fault,
from
man.
finding out
I
pace
was
cars off. Coming
trying
to
to
the
get the guy room on the bottom.
Green flag flies.
Good
Kevin gets
Lord.
a great restart. The 20 pulls right down in front of the 24.
It's
Chaos
second.
behind him.
You see everyone defending down towards turn run. Cabot's going to
Told
lead.
you like
Halpern's
3
gonna
times,
be
not.
second. Turner
Sorry.
in third. Ooh, Wright giving a bumper to the 24, but didn't do anything.
Ortega
Eric,
spinning
you
in turn
got that,
2, and he's going to collect a couple cars. Caution out, race
Remember
over, and
lap
it
to
looks
5?
like Adam Cabot is going to win at Richmond. Wow. And he'll pick up his first victory
Get one
on
more
the
go
Cup
ahead
side
of
of
it.
things. After just tasting
Well,
victory
shoot,
a few
good win,
weeks
Adam.
ago, and Ortega ends the night.
I know none of y'all care, but me and Elliot just had the greatest photo finish ever for the Lucky Dog.
He was on the outside. They were 4 wide here for a second. Finney, he gets tagged by the 31.
So what's better,
Runs him up the
Metallica or
racetrack,
Bring Me
and
the
Ortega
Horizon?
just spins out. Clifton Cockrell clobbers him,
Megadeth.
and that's all it took. Caution out.
Hey, look at that last restart.
Yeah.
Did the 20 do anything
Now
illegal?
we just got to run these last couple
Affecting your
laps.
death punch.
I didn't see anything. Give me a look.
Nice job, Adam.
Adam
Bailey's
Cabot,
mags he cut
couple
down,
weeks to
but
suspend for
Yeah,
7
thanks everyone. That was a lot of fun. I don't think I was.
Well, if he passed the start-finish line, then there's nothing you can do about it.
So.
I don't give a fuck.
To get my first
Everybody on my team is in the top 8, bro.
Good
I'm
job,
happy
Adam.
as hell.
Brandon, you should have got this.
Andrew, look at that last restart. Did the 20 do anything
Faster than me
illegal?
all night.
And caution at
Huh?
the end. Threw it away.
Congrats, Adam.
What's the rules on that? Is it attempting to pass to the left, or is it changing your lane?
Attempting to pass to the left. He didn't attempt to pass. 177 is already gone.
Okay.
I mean, if the 77 went up, it didn't matter the result there. 77, I mean,
And yellow.
he's
flag
fine.
here.
Trust
As long as
me.
he makes it back around the point
He blocked the
seven,
24. We don't have a
Well,
rule against that, and we're not going to change that.
This will be a good night for him in the points.
I mean, 24 could have punted him in the turn 1, whatever, but there was nothing wrong there.
But it's a pretty close battle
Bring
between
bitch. We're gonna have short track tempers going.
All he needed was about
Who was at fault on that caution?
himself in the top 10.
31.
He's going to be in a good spot. He needs to get up a couple more
Ah,
spots to chase
really?
him,
Did
but
you
this is
assume my gender?
Yep.
Oh, 31.
Yeah, 31.
That's not-
He's gonna be
okay,
smiling under
we're
that
good.
helmet right now.
Yeah, and again, this is exactly what he needs here, as you said, going into the playoffs. We still got a few weeks before it starts, but I want to try to get as many points as he can, and especially considering for a guy of his speed, we've seen him in quite a few weeks be up towards front and hasn't been able to get
Good
right.
win, Adam. Awesome run, Zach. Everybody, not bad, I guess.
Checkered flag waving. Adam Cabot, driving the number 777 Glycoflex Camaro.
Oh no, it wasn't a bad race. I mean, yeah, cautions could have been a little less, but it could have been a lot more too.
Good job there, Adam. We're
Yeah.
gonna unlap ourselves now.
The rest of the field comes in behind Halpern, Bailey Turner, Jeff Wright.
I gotta
Jeremiah
fix that
Vincent,
car
in the
now.
top 5. Stravato, Hinton,
Jeff.
Ronis, Vincent, Ashland, your top 5. Ashland picking up a top 10 after all that time.
Yeah, again, great job for him. Good effort.
Casey Lakatos in the 50 comes home just outside the top 10, 11th tonight. That Carl torn to pieces. Brandon Gagnon, first race for him in the 83. Got involved in the wreck earlier tonight. Comes home 13th. Not a bad showing, but disappointing night for Alec Martinez, Reggie Ortega, Mark Emerson, and Elliot Butler, all of which are having pretty good seasons up to this point. But Adam Cabot doing burnouts on the front straight. Well-earned victory here. He was in it until it counted. and then got a great pit stop to end the night.
Yeah, now with this burnout here.
Top
And
10.
I'm sure he's gonna celebrate
Lynn
this
Lakatos,
quite a bit.
Bowers, Gagnon, Banks, Gaba, Cockrell, Downey Jr., Martinez, Ortega, Mark Emerson. The rest of your top 20. And again, Emerson, 19 laps down, a rough night for him. Going to hurt him in the point standings, especially after looks like the 29 of Ronis finished in 8th. So that's not quite going to be a pass for position, I don't think. I think it was like a 24-point lead. So not going to be enough to trade positions in the points, but the 29 of Ronis is going to eat into that lead big time. Laps down, a rough night for him. Going to hurt him in the point standings, especially after the rest of your order scrolling through there. So we're going to jump to break for a moment. Don't go anywhere if you want to hear Adam Cabot and his victory lane interview for the first time in 2019 and the first time in the Outsider Racing League. Stay with us. We'll be right back. The 29 of Rona is going to eat into that lead big time. All right, I need Cabot, Halpern, Turner, and Wright.
Hey, Andrew. Hey, David.
Scrolling through there. So we're going to jump to break for a moment. Don't go anywhere if you want to hear Adam Cabot and his interview for the first time in 2019 and the first time in the Outsider.
Can I interview Zach?
Sure.
Hey, Drew.
Okay, so
unless you don't want me to. All right, cool.
Andrew, your drivers finished 2, 4, 6, and 8.
Hell yeah! That's awesome. All right.
So 59, I need Halpern, Wright. I need Turner and Cabot, and I think that we'll just do those 4.
Okay.
So Turner and then Cabot. So I guess I'll do the first 2, and then Andrew, do you want to do Halpern and Cabot?
I'll do Zach.
You just want to do just Jack? Zach?
Jackie, Zachy, whatever his name is. Yeah, Zach. Sorry.
Okay.
Who go with?
It be the man